What's up? What's up? And we are live. Listen, let me shut the door real quick.
All right. Hey, everybody. We are here ready to get started with this awesome show we got ahead of us.
Yes, and we do have an awesome show today, y'all. Today we are talking about we got a lot of stuff to chop up. We got um first time in history, NBA star will be playing basketball on the same court with his son. LeBron James' son, Bronny James, was drafted 55 overall to the Los Angeles Lakers. And a lot of people upset with it. A lot of people weren't happy about LeBron James' son being drafted by the Lakers, man. There's a lot of hating going on out there.
That's the world for you.
And also the debate was last Thursday.
Yes.
And it didn't go well for Joe Biden. It didn't go well for Joe Biden. What do y'all think? Are y'all still voting for Joe Biden? Are y'all interested in voting for Trump? We got a lot to chop up, man. It's been a lot going on with the Joe Biden, the Joe Biden debate. Everybody was geared up to watch the debate, and the guy, he didn't rise to the occasion like everybody thought he could. And his bar was real low, but we're gonna chop that up. We're gonna get into Joe Biden, the debate, and the Supreme Court, man. Do y'all think the Supreme Court is working for the people or working for the Republican Party? We're gonna get into that too. And also we're gonna talk about what else we want to talk about?
Well, we're going to talk about the BET Awards and how people feel about the way that it was presented this year.
The BET Award. A lot of people watched it, said it was straight trash. I watched it. It was some good parts in the BET Award, but overall, do y'all think the BET Award is time for them to reimagine it? Do y'all think the BET Award is representing Black America, man, as a whole? Or are they just for the kids, man? It's not like the rest of the shows where they show talent from different, genres. It seemed like hip hop has taken over the BET Award, man, and a lot of people upset with that. Think it was lackluster.
Yeah.
And also we're gonna talk about what else we're gonna talk about?
Well, we're gonna talk about relationship.
Relationship. We gotta talk about a relationship. Relationship question, y'all. And what the relationship question gonna be?
So this question is loaded, but it's gonna be about why do you think it is so hard to find a good man or a woman to get serious with or settle down with?
Yeah, this came from an actual post that I read on Facebook where somebody said it is hard to find a good
real.
They said a real woman,
right,
or a real man. It could be a real man too, you know what I'm saying? So is it hard to find? Why is it so many people find it hard to find a real mate? Or is it they just have standards that's unrealistic to themselves?
I think so.
You think so?
I do.
We're going to get into that, y'all, right after what? The theme song. Let's go. Let's go. I think iPhone users are kind of like try to be like bougie people, in crowd type people. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying what I'm saying, man.
You about to step on the toe.
From the black women, obviously, they don't have that patience like that. You know what I'm saying? But white women, they'll take it on the chin.
Well, okay. Well, this is...
Any of y'all got the Trump Bible?
Or the
shoes? The man selling. The man. Let me tell you about Trump. One thing about Trump, he's a hustler, man. That boy Trump is a hustler. He will sell anything. A shoe, a stamp, a 3-cent lamp.
See, Nikki, he took everything from me. I went from a place of living a life like this to oatmeal cookies.
No child born out of my loins will ever be born to poverty. That's what I'm working on right now.
As long as I got God on my side, the hater just gonna have to let me fly.
And welcome back to Overflow, the Everyday People Show, y'all. We ask y'all one favor, please, ma'am, sir. Please share this live to your favorite groups, your favorite friends. Share it on your own page on Facebook, wherever you would share stuff, man. Welcome back to Overflow on this Tuesday, July the what is this? The second, July the 2nd, man. We over half a year. Can y'all believe we are over half a year already? It seemed like just a few months ago we was celebrating the new year, and now we are already in July. The 4th of July this week. Hope y'all gonna be eating really good out there. Anybody y'all want to, y'all can invite me to your spot, man. Come eat up some of your food. You know what I'm saying? So, you got anything you want to say before we get it started, Jimmy? You always try like you quiet and stuff.
Yeah.
What's up,
Well, you know, once
Tony
I get
Cash in
started,
the building?
I'm in there. So.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'll just give a couple shout outs. Tony
No,
Cash in the
good.
building. My boy, I see my boy, Charisma. What's up, homeboy? Hey, what's going on with you, man?
All right. Hey, everybody.
He said the new overflow. Hey man, we just trying something different, but you're still more than welcome, brother. If y'all want to come on live and chat it up with us, the first comment, look in the comment section, and follow the link and come on live, and we'll be glad to have y'all to discuss some of these topics that we have on the show today. The first one, what you about to say?
I lost my thought.
you
No, I know what I was getting ready to say. I was getting ready to
you ain't
say.
putting no Joe Biden on.
No. No, what I was getting ready to say is I might start out quiet, but I get there. I'm gonna get there, and once I start, you can't stop me. You know that. So don't rush it. It's coming.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Once I start, I can't stop.
It's a good thing.
All right, y'all. Everybody out there, y'all give me a shout out, y'all. I want to see who all out there watching so I can, y'all engage with us too, man. Don't be afraid to engage and comment on this show. This is the everyday people show. So if you are breathing, you are an everyday person. And you are welcome to comment on this show. We would love to hear your input. We will post some of them up and hear what you're talking about. So the first one is a sports thing that I wanted to talk about. And the first time in history of sports that a man would get to play a professional sport with his child. LeBron James' son, Bronny James, was drafted to the same team that his dad plays for.
I think that's exciting.
And I thought it was exciting, but a lot of people are not happy with that. I wonder why people just ain't happy with nothing sometimes.
Why do you think? Why do you think they're not?
Well, a lot of people say that there's more kids who are more deserving of him.
Okay.
For that draft spot. But there's always in life, man, there's always some people more deserving for a job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can remember being on jobs where a lot of people were passed over for a guy that somebody who was in a top position brought in over them.
Do you think it's favoritism? Do you think it's privilege because of the relationship?
I think they did. I do think they did LeBron a favor. I think they drafted him because his dad played. I mean, what the world? You know what I'm saying? What the heck? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you'd be all be stupid not to draft him,
right?
When you're trying to secure his dad to come play with you. So I thought it was a smart move by the Lakers to draft his son and kind of like put them in the driver's seat to get his dad, who is still playing at a high level. Like, he's still one of the best players in the NBA. When he was, LeBron been in the league since he was, 18 years old, 17, 18 years old, and he's still playing basketball. He's still going to All-Star team. So he's not just a player just hanging around.
Right.
He's a real, still an All-Star player, and now he gets to play basketball on the same team, on the same court with his son. And I think that's just remarkable. And what y'all thoughts are out there about this?
And the question should be, is he a good player? And what difference does it make if it's his son or not? Because somebody's going to grab him. So why not him or that team, even though his father plays on it?
Somebody was going to pick him up. Either he's going to get drafted or they're going to pick him up as a free agent.
Right.
And yes, so what did Charisma say? We already knew he was going to be a Laker. Yeah. I think a lot of people thought he would go to the Lakers, and I just don't understand why a lot of people are upset with that. Man.
Right.
You know. So, what are y'all thoughts? And who else out there? Holler at your boy and your girl, man. I just want to talk about that for a second, because I thought that was a great moment in history, at least sports history.
And you know what? A lot of people are gonna watch. They're gonna want to see it. So I think it's gonna be good.
They're gonna want to see, even the people who hate this move. They're gonna still tune in,
Of course,
and watch this history, man. And that's what I don't understand about people. They hate stuff, but they still gonna tune in and watch it.
And you know what? Unless there was a rule that said you cannot be related to someone, why should it be a problem? So if there's been no rule set for that, then it shouldn't be a problem. I think it's going to be great.
I think it's gonna be great too,
Yeah.
and I can't wait for that moment. Let me play it. No, you think we ain't gonna play no video? I think everybody know this story, and spoke a lot about it and had some stuff to say about it. But anyway, let's move on to the next topic, which one we want to do. Let's talk about your boy Joe Biden.
And your boy Trump.
I mean, now your boy Trump. Let's talk about your boy Trump and my boy Biden. My boy Biden, man. And I thought Biden really was going to do a real good job at the debate. He didn't do a bad job.
Yeah, he started out weak. His energy was very low, and he just didn't sound energetic and ready. He stumbled a little bit.
He stumbled a little bit. He kind of got people already know that Joe Biden is a stutterer, right?
Yeah.
And now he's an old stutterer.
Right.
So I don't understand what the man is. How the man 80 something?
He's 81.
He's 81 years. The man 81 years old. Now just think about your 81-year-old grandmother or grandfather and how they move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just how does this to me, I think the only thing about that, it don't project strength.
It doesn't.
It don't project the strength of a strong man.
No.
And a lot of people take that as it don't project the country as being strong.
Right. And he's only going to get older each year if he did win.
No,
So
he's not going to get any younger.
Right. So the confidence in his cognitive abilities, his mental state, if he's able to just have that strength to run the country, to carry us. So that's going to be his downfall.
Yeah. So the question is, can he still make sound decisions? Can he still make sound decisions in the White House? Is he gonna be quick enough to hit that button? And we need to hit that button. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what everybody think about. Is he gonna be quick with the button? Is he gonna get obliterated because he too slow to hit the button?
And look, Trump.
Yeah. And on the other end,
who
you got Trump. Is he going to just hit the button just to be hitting the button? You know what I'm saying?
Goodness. Yeah. So it's like concerns on both sides. Like
it's concerns on both sides, man. It is ridiculous that the country is in this position to where it used to be a candidate you could trust.
Yes.
Then it became choosing the lesser of two evils.
Right.
And now it's like choosing what? You're not even choosing the lesser of two evils.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. It's like, you might as well do any, meeny, miny, mo, close your eyes.
And I think Joe would have been a good candidate if he had been president right after Obama. Yeah. But they tried to get Hillary in when he should have been the next man up. But they tried to get Hillary in and they lost 4 years. They lost 4 years messing with Trump. You know what I'm saying? So in Trump is so you got a man who has having cognitive cognitive issues, and you got a man who's having what you call the people in the crazy home?
He's a pistol. That's
He,
the best way I
he,
can
he,
describe
he,
it.
what you call people in the crazy home?
I don't know. Lunatics. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you got another man who having lunatic issues. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what he's gonna say. You don't know what he's gonna do. And on the other hand, you don't know if Joe Biden can say or do. You know what I'm saying?
And it's so many things, because I think if Biden would win, considering his age, I think the concern would be, okay, what if something happened to him? Do we really want or do the people really want a black woman for the president? That's a concern, I think, for people who are not ready or would want to see that.
It's not a concern for me because
not for me either. I
think she's educated.
Yes,
she's been in politics for a while. She's been in the Senate.
Right.
She's been in the state government. So, but the only thing about Kamala, everybody's looking at. I think her race is the only thing that a lot of the people on the right don't want her to be
right,
because if something happened to Joe, she's next in line.
That and the fact that she's a woman, it's like the two together is just it's going to be interesting to see who wins, because I think people want Biden, but I think, again, with his long-term aging, there's going to be a concern if something did go wrong with him and he couldn't be president anymore. And with Trump, it's just so much. Take your pick. It's a lot with him.
Moretta Johnson Ross says the most important thing right now, if the president, immunity about the Supreme Court, saying we have to get rid of the Republican Supreme Court. And that's another thing about what I want to talk about. The Supreme Court. This is not how the Supreme Court is supposed to behave. The Supreme Court is supposed to be blind justice. But it seems like they're ruling in favor of conservative values, and that's not what the Supreme Court is about. Because I had somebody tell me it's good that they're putting the Ten Commandments in the school. I say that's not good. It's good if you're a Christian, and I consider myself a Christian. It's good for me, but it's not good for people who are not Christian. In this country, it's not, and I keep trying to tell people, this is not a Christian country. This country was not built on Christian values. And they try to argue me down. This was built on Christian values. So you think Christians will get some slaves? So you think slavery was good? Even in the Constitution, we was what 3/4 of man. You think God intended for us to be 3/4 of man? So stop saying this is a Christian nation. This is just Christians, and I hate when Christians do this because I don't think this is the way God wants us to be. I don't think God wants us to be trying to force people into loving Him.
Right, and I don't think the Ten Commandments being a part of it is is wrong at all. I welcome it. It's just we don't carry ourselves as that country. We don't. So it's almost like we're hypocritical. You know what I'm saying?
We never have carried ourselves as a God-fearing nation.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm saying like a Christ-like nation. This country has never been Christ-like.
And I think what happens is when we have like a crisis or something that puts us in a position where we pull together, like everybody. That's when everybody starts to talk about God. You know what I'm saying? Like it's but on the everyday living, if you look at how we are living here and how other countries see us, we're not representative of that. So
and I think people think, and I think a lot of people on the right, conservative Republicans, they think people who vote Democrat agree with a lot of Democratic policy. Like abortion. I wouldn't if I had I wouldn't want abortion. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I necessarily agree with abortion. I think if somebody wants abortion, that's between them and their God. That's between them and their God. How are we forcing people to do things? I just don't think government should be in the business of forcing people to be morally right.
Well, you can't. we already know that you can't. It'll just make it hard for people who may need to make certain decisions based on something that has nothing to do with that. Oh, I want to do this. It could be certain circumstances that they'll have to be forgiven for later, but it's not so much that, oh, I just want to be this way, I want to do whatever I want. I think our abilities to make the right decisions is always going to be based on um, our conscience and our relationship with God. So it's the forcing of it, but with the laws, it can get a little tricky, especially with where we are today in society. It's just too much against us to um make it where it's forced if you make it into a law.
So I finally figured out how to get in here, and we're glad you're here too.
Absolutely.
I've never pronounced your name right. You think you pronounce that name? It is.
Let me see.
Can you break your name down in syllables so I can so I don't mess it up?
I have my glasses on, so I cannot see that. Let me see.
But back to what we were saying. And Trump's and people were so focused in that debate. People were so focused about Biden cognitive issues, but he still was able to talk about policies that
Yes.
he's implemented that ever
Right.
helped Black people.
Right.
And Trump couldn't counter him with nothing.
Right. He
And
avoided the question.
He avoided the question.
And it was like he kept going back. And I know they had the ability to address something that was said before their time was up, but they would ask him again about the particular question. He still avoided it. I just couldn't believe it.
He still avoided the question. And
Yeah.
and nobody, and the next day, nobody's talking about this. They're talking about a man who he's not as fast as he used to be.
Right.
I mean, if you have a grandmother or grandfather, 80-year-olds aren't as quick on their feet as they used to be.
Right.
And so why are we making that the issue? Why is that the main issue?
And what I saw with the debate was a lot of for as far as Trump goes, he was mostly focusing on defending himself. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't talk about the policies. Biden did. Whenever it was asked, like, what would you plan to do to change this or to fix this? He had answers. Trump was constantly in defense mode. He just couldn't answer the questions, and he could not give us anything to make us feel like he would get in office and make a difference or change something and make it better. So it was messed up.
But you know why he didn't talk about the issue? Because he knew all he had to do is to try to look halfway decent.
Yeah.
To try to be and he couldn't do that. It's to just let people see how an 81-year-old man looked. And that's this whole debate was just about that contrast.
Mm-hmm.
It was about the contrast of a man who can look halfway like he can do something. They even got into a debate about who can hit a golf ball far. I'm like, what the heck are they talking about, man?
Yeah, it was different.
But see, and if Biden was, and that lets you know he's not quick on his feet, because the only thing he had to say, yeah, you can hit a golf ball farther than me, but that's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? That's all you did when you was president. Play golf. But he got into a back and forth about he can play. I can hit it farther than you. And now it's like, man, what is going on? It's like
And I've never in my life seen a debate like that. It just shows us, unfortunately, where we are in this country. It wasn't classy, professional. It was just ratchet, in my opinion, compared to what we grew up on.
And I thought everybody expected something ratchet. And people were looking. It's like like a car wreck. Don't nobody want to be in the car wreck, but everybody gonna look over their head and slow down. Everybody want to know what's going on, but they don't want to be in it. So I think everybody knew it wasn't gonna be no policy. But Joe Biden, he did talk about policy.
Yeah,
he talked about what he did for HBCU.
Yes.
He talked about climate control. But Trump never mentioned any policy. He never mentioned any policy. He just kept trying to revert back to you letting people come over here getting killed. And then he had the nerve to say, they coming over here getting black jobs. I'm like, what the hell is a black job?
Right.
Can anybody watching name me some black jobs? Can anybody tell me? and he gets away with it, and nobody
Right.
asks him to explain. What do you mean a black job? What is the hell is a black job?
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of
But
insulting.
but I know what he mean black job. He means a low paying job.
Right. Right.
And people miss that.
Yep.
People miss what he really meant. People miss what Trump said when he said black job.
Right.
He meant jobs that white people wouldn't want.
Right. Exactly.
That's what he should have. In other words, he meant the job we don't want. The job the black folk get the job we don't want, and then they come and get the job the black folk got.
Which I mean, it should help people to see what his mindset is about us, and then to the reality of, how can you put a face to certain type jobs, and he's done that without even realizing that it doesn't look good to say that. It's almost like he comes off like he's for us, but it really, if you dissect it, it really doesn't make it come off where it makes us look good. Because it, like you said, it would be considered low paying jobs.
Yeah, and I think that he thought he was doing something big for black people. They're coming and getting a black job. Nigga, we don't want them. We ain't trying to be out there picking oranges and apples. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it was a kind of a comical debate, because I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I laughed when Joe Biden said that Trump had the morals of an alley cat. I was like, ugh. It was a little funny to me.
But he told the truth. You got the morals of an alley cat. The morals, and that's what a lot of people. And I think that's why Joe Biden still might win.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people still believe in morals.
Yeah.
A lot of people still believe in morals. And Trump is just I don't see what people see in Donald Trump.
I think I guess because of the vibe of America right now, I think because I still say this, he's an entertaining president. Like he gets people's attention. He comes off like he knows what he's doing, but I don't think he knows what he's doing as much as Biden does. I think he just portrays this idea that he knows these things, he knows what to do, but I think he's a little lost with.
Yeah, but we're not voting for entertainment.
Of course, of course not.
And I think
be in big trouble if he, if that's all he is just attracting people who just want to see what he's gonna say, or whatever they think that he stands for, what they believe in. So yeah,
and I don't. It just one confusing political era in America. It's so confusing. It used to be a time you can just go vote and go about your business, and now you got to listen to this stuff since he been president. You have to follow this crap every single day. He said this. He said that. I'm gonna be a dictator on the first day. Oh, y'all cool with that? Oh, nobody says nothing. It's gonna be a bloodbath if I don't win. I mean, the man can say and do whatever he wants. And if you ever wanted to know what white privilege is, this is white privilege at the extreme level. And poor Joe, man, he just and poor Joe, he just following out God's will. He's getting old. You know what I'm saying? He just following out God's will, man. I mean, a lot of us wish we could be that old one day.
Yeah, but
and now we pick at a man because he made it that far.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
but you got to look at the way America is now. It's what we've come to is lack of respect. Okay, politicians, especially the president, even though they've always kind of made little jokes here and there, politicians are not respected. So people are going to put the jokes out there on a wide scale compared to the little stuff maybe they used to say about Ronald Reagan, or but it's a lot of it's just a lot of disrespect. So it's just where we are. I mean, it's just where we are in this country.
Yeah, so it's a mess. It is a mess. The political thing is a mess. Now let's get to something else, man. Let's get to something that a lot of people talking about last night, and that is the B. Was that last night or Sunday night? Did it come on last night? It came on Sunday night, right? BT Award. I think that came on Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah, BT Award came on Sunday night. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the BET Awards, y'all. You know, if you're watching the BET Awards and you was on your timeline on Facebook and Instagram, you saw a lot of people displeasure in the show. Let me play a little video of some of the concerns that people had with the BET Awards. I'm just gonna play a little bit of this video. Hopefully it will play. Play it.
The BET Awards was an absolute mess. In this video, let's talk about Taraji mistaking Keith Lee and tearing up her teleprompter lines throughout the show, Usher's entire acceptance speech for his Lifetime Achievement Award being muted, all the female rappers that performed, including Megan Thee Stallion, Lotto, Sexy Red, Ice Spice, Glorilla, and the GOAT of them all, Lauryn Hill, Drake being snubbed in I don't know how many categories, and the Tyler Perry takeover. Now, let's start with Taraji P. Henson, who was the host of the show. She kicked it off with a rendition of Not Like Us, and this woman was not a very good host. Again, I don't mean to be overly critical. I don't even watch BET that often, but it was Sunday night. I found myself flipping through the channel.
Okay, I don't want to watch too much of that video. I just want to give y'all a few issues people had with the BET Awards show. So my question is it time for the BET Awards show to reimagine how it does its show? And this is a bad portrayal of the black community. And why the heck did they mute Usher so long? I mean, I was seeing people say, boop, but this man talked for like 2 minutes. But
No, I think it was over a 4-minute period.
Yeah,
It was about 4 minutes.
But that was like minute pauses, 2-minute pauses of him talking, and you can't hear nothing that he said. And you can't hear nothing that he's saying because they got him muted.
Right.
I mean, he might have cussed a few times. They say he cussed a couple of times, but man, cussing is the everyday thing on TV now. So I don't understand why they beat them out the way he did. But as far overall as the BET Award, what are your thoughts on it? What are y'all thoughts on the BET Award show?
Yeah, I feel that with the bleeping out of his speech, they said it was about I guess with the profanity, but to me it was a little extra. Because I think he said one word, and then after that it was a lot of silence, and they were saying something about with the censorship and stuff like that. But I just found it kind of odd that it was that length of time.
So what are your overall? What was your
My overall thought is that it's just become more about hip hop. It seemed like it's geared more towards a younger generation of people. And I think that it's lost some of its variety. I have to be honest with you, I was bored because all of the performances were so the same. I was bored with it.
Yeah, it was a lot of, and a lot of people talked about it. It was a lot of female rappers that they highlighted.
Mhm.
Even doing Usher's tribute. I'm like, why they got all these women giving a tribute to one of the best male performers in history? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't have nothing against women performing. I'm just saying, y'all can't find nobody. Y'all can't find Chris Brown. I think Tyrese, somebody, Jacquees, all these singers who Usher type singers, you know, Neo, y'all can bring these people to do a tribute to Usher. I mean, why do y'all have a whole bunch of females
Yeah, it was different, but it wasn't a different that I liked. I felt that the beginning of it was amazing with the first artist that started the tribute, but once it just kept going with woman after woman singing his songs, which it wasn't that they shouldn't have, but it was just mostly women, you know, and like, I guess in my mind, if Patti LaBelle, if there was a tribute to her, would you want all men singing her songs? I don't know. So,
There go your mic.
so it was different, but it wasn't a different that I liked. So,
Yeah, and that's my point. Would they, if Patti LaBelle, if you giving a lifetime achievement award to Patti LaBelle, you wouldn't have Drake up there doing a song. You wouldn't have no rappers up there doing a song for Patti LaBelle. You wouldn't have men. You would have a bunch of some of the best female singers. You would have the Jennifer Hudsons and you know what's her name? The girl on American Idol. I can't think of her name. You know, who got famous off American Idol? Fantasia, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You can't remember. You would have Fantasia and Jennifer Hudson and women like that up there doing a tribute to Patti LaBelle.
right.
So that kind of threw me off right there. That they had a bunch of women doing Usher tributes, and most of those women were rappers. I'm like, these women have no idea how to sing. I think what the name, the young girl who left her boyfriend because she,
Kiki Palmer.
well, Kiki Palmer. I think she got the job because what she did for Usher.
Right, right. Right.
Yeah, like Kiki Palmer. I mean, why the hell y'all got Kiki Palmer up there doing the tribute to Usher, man? You know what I'm saying? What Daryl Sherman said, that's what they think of us as Black people. They feel like we don't have any morals and professionalism. Yeah, Daryl, I agree with that, but who are they? The they you're talking about is us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's incumbent upon us to pull off the BET Awards show. And I think they need to start reimagining in this show. They need to start reimagining this show. They need to take a book out of some of these other white shows, like the American Music Award and the Grammy. Stop letting people come up in there, look dressed like pimps. You know what I'm saying? You got to make, and we are the best artists in the world. We are the most talented people, most versatile, most talented people in the world. And all we do is showcase our hip hop scene. Yeah. And people think this is all we do is hip hop. And I love hip hop. Don't nobody love hip hop like me. But music is more than one genre. We excel in more than one genre.
Right.
So, but all we showcase is hip hop.
Right. And some of the artists that I guess would be deemed as more higher
Katrina
level.
Campbell, what's up, Katrina Campbell? That makes a lot of sense. What you said, Ari. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because that's the only thing that makes sense. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. A lot of the higher performing artists, I would say, that get win awards, they're not present. They miraculously or magically always are not there.
Yeah, that too. Why aren't the big names showing up at this? To me, I think that should be one of the most talented field award show in America.
Just because it's titled Black Entertainment.
Black Entertainment. We've been entertaining America for years, for decades, for centuries. That's what we do. We are great entertainers. We have great voices. We have much talent. We can do all kinds of genres. Jazz. We invented all these genres. Jazz, hip hop, R&B, country music. Now they did have a guy. One guy did country song. I forgot his name. He's a African American country star. But that need to be a category they need to add into the BET Award. We need to stop just portraying ourselves as just hip hop. And I think that has turned a lot of people off because the hip hop lyrics ain't It ain't what you want your children to be listening to every day.
Right.
It ain't what you want. Don't nobody listen to hip hop every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I like hip hop, but that ain't all I listen to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I listen to an array of music like jazz.
Mhm.
Listen to a little jazz, R&B, hip hop. You know, and we have brought ourselves to just down to one genre that we celebrate, and that's hip hop. And BET has a hip hop award show.
Yeah.
So why the hell you bring that same show back over
Right.
to the BET award that's supposed to be all inclusive of
Right.
all the genres?
And it was just like I said, it was just redundant. The performances were redundant. It was just
Yeah.
the same
The same
type performance, and I was just like, this is
And,
so boring.
I'm not knocking the performers.
Right. No, it's not versatile. Like,
People. I don't think people are upset with the performers.
right, of
People
course.
are upset with the organizer of the BET award.
Right.
It's like this. I don't know if they're trying to get a young female audience that day. I mean Sunday, but it seems like that's all perform. Young females. A lot of young females perform, and a lot of young female rappers perform, and they don't know how to dance. They don't know how to do routine dance like Ciara and Janet Jackson. They don't do routine dance. It's just they're shake dancing. You know what I'm saying? Now I watched it. I ain't gonna lie. Now I watched it, but it's not gonna help as far as growing the show.
Right, because I think if anyone else tuned in that's not us, it's like this is what we're all about.
Yes.
And we're so much more than that type of performing that we saw. It's so much more to us than that.
Now it was a few decent performances, but overall, even when you look out and you know how they pan to the crowd at other award shows, and you say, "Oh, they go what Scholar?
Yeah.
Oh, they go what Scholar? They go what Scholar? They go so and so. They go so and so." But in the BET award, when they pan out there, you're like, who the hell are these people out there?
Yeah.
Who the hell are these people out there on the front row? You don't even know nobody on the front row. And I'm like, what is going on with the BET award that they can't get black? How can the Black Entertainment Award show can't get black entertainers?
Yeah, it's
Top black entertainers.
And like you were saying, there's a separate hip hop BET awards type ceremony. So what we're saying is that it's not that it wasn't okay, the performers or the performances, and it's not to say that shouldn't have been featured. It's just saying we were missing a lot of the variety of who we are, since it is geared and catered towards us. It is specifically about us. So,
Daryl Sherman says, "Yeah, but it wasn't. But if it wasn't for hip hop, it wouldn't be. We wouldn't be where we are because R&B was controlled by whites and Jews."
and I saw that, and that's why I said what I said, because it's not that we don't appreciate it. It's not that we didn't want to see it or enjoy it on a whole. It's just more about, if BET already has a separate hip hop award ceremony, then this should have been more versatile and covered more artists than hip hop artists, and especially when there are a lot of male artists that are doing well now. Even though there's probably you could say it's an explosion of women artists right now. But as far as like the overall, if you're going to call it, the BET Awards, we should be representing the differences of our abilities instead of it just being about hip hop. So that's what we're trying to say.
That was my point. Yeah. That's my point exactly. But as far as what Daryl said, the Jews have always controlled the music industry.
Yeah, they have.
The Jews they've always controlled the music industry.
Yep.
They always have. And they always will be, because we won't come together collectively. They always control it because they got all the money. Frank Sinatra, all them cats, we ain't never had control of the music industry. I don't know if you thought that we ever did. But our music has never been in bad shape as it is now. You know, our music, the BET Award used to be much better than what it is now. Because I was there. I went a couple of years ago, 5 years ago. I was there, and there was a lot of superstars there. I'm talking about superstars was at that show. The will.i.ams and Regina Kings and a lot of big names was at that show. But now, who else? Mary J was there. You know, this was for the Puffy. There was BP before Puffy.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I'm trying to say, somewhere along the line, people have lost interest. Even the top stars have lost interest in the BET Award. And I think a lot of the top stars don't come no more because they're giving access to too many people who shouldn't be down at the bottom. A lot of those people sitting down at the bottom, they shouldn't be sitting down there. You know, that's a security risk for a lot of them people. They're afraid to come because it's a security risk. And I wouldn't bet you when they pan out in that audience, you can pick out nobody. Even Taraji didn't know who was sitting out there. Excuse me. Even Taraji was getting names mixed up out there. You know, if it was a big name, Taraji would have mixed. Some guy they say he was a food critic, Keith Lee. I don't know. He's some kind of big food critic. I don't know who the hell he is. But he's not a music entertainer. He's a food guru. Why the hell him at the front row? What has he accomplished to get him down in the front row? And this is the problem with the BET Award. They're giving access to too many people who don't deserve access to these stars. And these stars don't be want to come down there with people taking pictures all over them and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because soon to go to commercial, everybody running to their star. Can we get a picture, Man, that shit get old, man.
Yeah, the standards are lower.
Yeah. And if you notice that, at the break, you see a lot of people pile up down there. That's all they doing. They getting picture with the stars. A lot of people who are not stars, who will never have this access that they are getting at the BET Award. Never all of a sudden they got access around these stars, and these stars like, damn, this is why I'm supposed to, this is an award show. This is why I'm coming to be to get my award. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coming down here to take pictures.
Right. It has to be like a standard set class, you know.
It has to be
order. It has to be order to it, and it's not.
There's no order in it. There's no order in it. There's no order in it, and there's no the talent search. Whoever's doing the talent search, they out of what they ain't getting no good people in there, you know. And they didn't have Usher there. I don't even think a lot of people would have watched it. I think a lot of people watched it because they was waiting for the Usher tribute. Right. But they didn't give Usher the tribute I thought he deserved. You know.
A lot of people felt that way.
Yeah, it seemed like they just put this together. They just put a lot of people together within 1 week. I mean, you had a whole year. Y'all know Usher was gonna get the tribute. Y'all could have been calling Neo and Chris Brown. Y'all come on help do this tribute for Usher. I mean, there's some good young artists out there who can do tributes to Usher. Y'all just getting random rappers. About 4 or 5 of the people who did that, I've never seen them in my life. I don't even know who they is.
Yeah, and when you're an Usher fan or you come from the era of when he started, you know, the people who do the tributes have followed along too. It's not to say that the performers didn't know him or anything like that, but it's like you get people who get it. You know what I'm saying? That have followed along in their careers to be able to I don't want to say appreciate it more, but just to give it that that it needs. You know how like when you see Patti LaBelle when they do tributes, it's people that you know almost be like bowing down, like, oh, I know the music, exactly. Like I respect you, I honor you, and I don't know if that same vibe is given off with these younger artists that you know they know it's music, but they haven't followed it over the years in a sense like we have as far as like coming up with him.
Then one of the chicks who did the tribute, She went down there and danced on Usher's wife.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, Usher like this.
Wow.
It me right here. And she over there twerking on his wife. And I'm saying, what the hell is going on with this show?
Yeah.
And even Usher said,
That was inappropriate.
Usher said, what's going on? Hit on me?
That was inappropriate. Yeah.
And I think that why Usher did the speech that he did, because I think he know that he know we can do better as a
Mhm.
he know it can be done better. It can be done better than what they did. And I thought it was so, man.
Well, apparently a lot of people had a problem with it, so it's kind of something to talk about because if you look it up, a lot of people have a problem with it. A lot of people.
And the thing about the BET Award show is people are having problems. And I know some people gonna complain, but I'm seeing people complaining who into hip hop, who's into like that genre of music, deep into it. They was playing like, what the hell going on with the BET Award show?
You see it's coming. He said, "I know that's why
That's a her, right?
they
She
have
said,
to."
That I was poking coming up. That was some bull dyke.
Oh my God! You see Daryl's comment too. He said, "I know." Wait. He said, "Wait a minute." He said, "I know that's why they have to show the world if they let Black people be in the forefront. This is what you're going to get." Wow.
but Daryl, we don't have to we don't have to give them that. We have the best artists in the world.
Mm.
We have the best artists in the world. Beyonce broke the country record, most sales within the first couple of weeks. We have all the best artists on our team. Why are we sending out the B team? Every year we send out the B team. We send out the A grade. We send out the A grade and the B team. And like I said, I don't knock these young women. Lotto, Sexy Red, and what are the other young girl name?
Summer Walker. It was
Not Summer Walker. I love Summer Walker. Don't say that.
No. I'm not, no, I was just naming people. I'm not saying it in a negative way.
These
The
young
particular ones.
the young rap girls.
Okay.
And like I said, I don't have no problem with them. I mean, they do their thing, they do their music. But this is the BET Awards.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be over the BET Hip Hop Awards show.
Right.
That's where they show their thing off at.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they do their thing at. But the BET Award, you want your best artist. You got to have your best artist on display.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have your best artist on display in every genre. Every genre, you got the best artist on display.
Right. It was missing the variety.
It was missing a lot.
And it didn't showcase all of what we can do and what we do. And that's the whole point.
Drake never shows up, but you got to nominate him to pick the awards.
Yeah.
You got to get, if you're going to get a man an award, and a lot of people say Drake got snubbed, and I think they snubbed him because he never shows up. You know what I'm saying? So they got to reimagine it, man. And my thing, I think they got, first of all, they got to change. I think is it being held in LA?
I'm not sure.
I think it's we went to LA, yeah. It's still in LA what Daryl said. What if you had an 8-year-old, what you listen to that bullshit? And Daryl, you know what? We talked about that though, but this is what 8-year-olds are listening to, believe it or not. When these people are having these parties for these young kids, man, they're not listening to Barney and Romper Room music, and you know what I'm saying. They're not listening to what is Jack and Jill, what up the hill. They're not listening to stuff like that, man. These people are playing Sexy Red and
because it's for the adults.
Yeah.
They make it for the adults. Now the parties are more in mind of the parents, not the children. So it's just different. It always goes back to where we are in society today. It's what we do. We like, it's not about, and I'm not getting off onto to carry it long. I'm just going to comment behind that. The parents are listening to the music. So it's not for the children. It's like, hey, we all bringing our kids, but we're going to be there and stay. So this is what we want to listen to. The kids are subjected to it, and they don't have a choice. They can't say, "Hey, don't play that."
Yeah.
We're raising them up in it. So by the time they're 8 and 9, they already know all the words. I mean, they know it at 5 and 6.
Yeah, yeah.
They do.
Yeah, they know it already. And when the kids use this language in public, everybody act like they
Right.
act like they what are you cussing for? You know, what we teaching them.
Right.
And I can't. Some of my children play this music around their kids like that too.
Yeah.
You know, and they smoke weed around them. And our culture is just, and the culture is just out of whack, man. And we think the culture is on point. Oh, we doing it for the culture, man. The culture ain't worth a damn. Let's be honest. And I think until we as Black people start being honest about looking within ourselves, like, man, we can do better than this.
Of course.
We can put on a better show than this.
Oh, yeah.
We can show the world better than what we show in the world.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
When you show the world stuff, you got to show them the best of you.
Yeah.
This is us. This is us. We both have the top rated show in the world because we got the best talent.
Mm-hmm.
We got the best talent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Anytime you got the best talent, you both win.
Mm-hmm.
But how you losing with all the good talent?
Right.
That's why I don't understand about the BET folks, man. You got all the Jay-Z and Beyonce, man. All these people will be sitting out there in the front row. Patting the bell, y'all want to have all these people sitting out. This is Black excellence. This is what Black excellence is, y'all. World. This is what Black excellence is. But we put together some kind of hip hop show that we just did a couple of months ago on the Hip Hop Awards show, and we packaged that as BT, Black Entertainment. No, that ain't Black Entertainment. Where the jazz people at?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I said it was boring, not because the individual artist did not
shit
do
they could've
well.
did.
It was just like, okay, I just saw something like this already before. Can we get some different representation?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Man, put me in charge. I'm telling y'all, I give y'all the best show y'all ever had. Let's make like Frankie Beverly. The man retired. They could have did a tribute to him. Oh, they could have opened the show with a Frankie Beverly tribute. Have some of the best artists out there doing Frankie Beverly. Send the man on off right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they just flop. On every turn they flop. You know what I'm saying? And for the life of me, I don't see how people with so much talent, we got so much talent in our community that we are dropping the ball.
Okay, I was looking at her comment.
So what are y'all thoughts on this? I know it's more than Dara and Candy. I want to say Candy.
I don't have my
What's that
glasses, so I
Candy?
can't see it good.
I don't know what her name
But we
is.
see you, and your comment is because does that say Verizon?
It's because Verizon owns
BET
BET
now.
now.
Yeah.
I mean, but that could be it, but that's just a theory. That's just a theory. I don't think Verizon telling them to, go out there and I think Verizon is about money.
Yeah.
One thing about white folks, Jews, they about money. And they want the best show. They want Black people to put the best show on because they gonna win too.
Mm-hmm.
You think they want a bad show? You think these white corporations, these Jewish corporations sitting around saying, we ain't worried about a bad show. No, they hurt their bottom line. One thing about these people care about that money, man. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And this is what they are about. They're about money. But they're gonna make a lot of money just because they like.
Right.
But it seems like we just throwing anything against the wall now at the BET Award. Yep. That's right. Everything is about money. Everything is about money impacting the bottom line. And last night, anytime people say they're going to start watching something, that's not good. That's going to impact the bottom line.
Right.
So I don't think Verizon or the Jews like that. They want you to go out and get the best talent. Right. And Black people in the Black entertainment, they got to have some kind of pride in this. Beyonce them got to have some kind of pride in this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they need money to show up or something like that, or everything. You make a lot of money, you're rich, everything gonna be about the money. That is the real culture of Black people is a melting pot of music.
Maybe I don't know. Like it's starting to phase out a certain group of us that we have these experiences and expectations from the previous shows years back, and so we're the ones that don't like it as much. So maybe the younger ones, just love it.
They love it because all they stars are there.
Right.
Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody they listen to 24/7 is there. I don't think a lot of young people listen to jazz and stuff like that. The only time they listen to old school when their mama them playing it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? When we playing it, if I'm playing it, then they don't listen to it. But they know a lot of old school, so maybe I could be wrong because I know a lot of young people listen to a lot of old school music.
They do.
They
And
listen
it
to a lot of
depends on
old
their
music.
parents. It depends on their parents.
Yeah.
Exposure. That's always about exposure.
It's about exposure.
And the thing is that if this is what we're gonna keep getting, then it's phasing us out, but then it makes you nervous. Is this what we're all gonna be portrayed about in our entertainment and music? I loved Lauryn Hill. Like that to me was the highlight of the show. I loved her performance. I did. I did. I mean, she was refreshing to me because I've always been a Lauryn Hill fan, so I enjoyed watching her.
You're a Lauryn Hill fan. I'm a Fugees fan.
Well, all of it together. I'm not excluding them. I'm saying together, I enjoy all of them, and it was nice. Yeah, it was nice. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, she on some more stuff. She on something else. I like Lauryn Hill too, but she her mindset ain't the same.
We don't know that. That's what they tell us. We don't know that.
You can tell when somebody on some most. And it's not a bad thing that she on. It's a conscience. She's a more conscious artist now.
Yeah.
So I think I really think they had to pull her leg to get her out there. She had to get paid to get out there. Now she normally don't do these shows no more.
Right.
She been going away for a long time. Right. But it like I said, it was refreshing to see her. Yeah. I wish she would have wore a nice outfit. But
that's her. You know what I'm saying? That's her. That's her. And the thing about it is, with her, she brought something different. If you liked it or not, she brought something different. We saw enough naked bodies out there. So she brought her talent. She showcased her talent. You know what I'm saying? Because bodies get old. Give it about 20 some years. These women are going to change. Lauren brought her talent. That does not go away unless something happens to her voice. That doesn't go away. So I appreciated what she brought. So, yeah.
I appreciate it too.
Okay.
That's just a comedian. That's just a comedian in me.
I
know. She says, "Where's Sade? Sade,
I know, right?
Sade, I don't know about Sade. Sade on an island somewhere, man, enjoying life, man.
She's gonna come out soon.
She gonna, somebody need to go get somebody like a big ticket like Sade, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, everybody, their mama gonna watch that, man. Sade. Yeah. I mean, I've never seen a Sade tribute.
Yeah, she's like an unsung person.
She's not an unsung. Sade is a legend.
That's what I'm saying. She doesn't get the fanfare that she deserves. That's just me. I think that.
But why haven't we seen a Sade? Sade tribute?
This is the thing.
Why we wait till people die before we want to tribute to them? Sometimes
things are changing. It's changing, and what we saw in the BT Awards is where we're headed. Is gonna be whatever that's catered to the younger generation. That's just what I think. It's just gonna be what it's gonna be.
Man.
And so we hopefully next year we'll see something different, but we may not. Well, I don't know. Maybe if enough people, voice their opinions about it on social media as they have been doing, then it may wake them up and get their attention, the owners of all of this, and they can, make some adjustments.
Well, I hope they make some adjustment, man, because there's no way. I think that was the worst tribute to somebody you can ever give, and then you mute his whole speech. I was on Facebook. I just seen a whole lot of folks. What the hell going on? I seen Bo Parler say he tearing his remote up, thinking something wrong with his remote.
Yeah, I thought
So-
it was odd. I personally have my thoughts about it. I'm not gonna put it on air, but I thought it was odd that they muted out that much time of his speech. It was about 4 minutes. That was a lot.
They muted out a whole lot of their speech, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, what say y'all? What say y'all out there? And we appreciate y'all tuning in. We know y'all can have a whole lot of things to do. Just share. The whole thing we ask y'all to do is just hit the share button and send it somewhere, man. Send it to your uncle, your cousin, them down in Alabama. She said he was cussing. Well, Candy, they played a whole lot of songs of cussing. And cussing ain't what it used to be on TV. You know what I'm saying? You can watch an average show on TV, man, and they just cussing.
Well,
just
well,
cuss,
he
you
he
know,
said
so-
one cuss word, and it just went silent quite a bit after that. And I've heard people, say something profane before, and I've never seen silence that great in anything I've ever seen. So I think it was something more to it. That's just me. I just think it's more to it than that.
Yeah, she said Usher was cussing during his acceptance speech. Well, but
You can see you can hear the whole thing. I think you can pull up what was actually said. I think they have a link where you can pull up what was bleeped out. From what I saw, it wasn't a lot of cursing in that part. I don't know. I just think it was more to it than that.
With all the hip hop was there, everybody should be used to hearing cussing words.
Yeah, and other people have said cuss words before, but I've never seen it where they just bleeped out so much. It wasn't like they was going to expect him to say a lot more profane things. I think he was starting to say certain things that created the whole like keeping it like on silence. Just my thoughts.
I think a lot of people thought he was talking about the establishment, which he should have been talking about. So lame.
Well, some artists do. They get up there and they start telling their story, right? So
I mean, it was his night.
Right, of course. He should have been able to say whatever he wanted or needed to say. It was truly his night. So he should have been able to say whatever he wanted to say.
Absolutely. Let's get on to the next question, man. Let's do some relationship type stuff. Y'all want to do some relationship stuff? What are we going to talk about? What does it say right now? Read that.
Why do so many people make the claim of it not being enough good people to start a relationship with? Or do they just have unrealistic standards for themselves? Those are the questions.
You read that like a white.
Okay. How you want me to say it? Why do some people make the claim if it ain't, you want me to sound like that? I can, but no. I said it just how I wanted to say it.
She's going, oh shit, I gotta go now. No, you ain't gotta go nowhere. You ain't gotta go nowhere.
This is a good topic. I think today we are just we are so bombarded with everybody's opinions and thoughts about relationships that you got to know yourself. You have to know yourself to be able to get in that place to find that person that's for you. It's just too many opinions from men and women alike. So it's loaded. The question is loaded, but
Unload it, man.
we're going to.
Go ahead.
I am. I'm trying to just get it in the understanding from what I believe is that it's just too many negative thoughts about what it should be as far as like how you're supposed to get there. I think that there are unrealistic ideas put out there, and I think people just don't want to sit down and evaluate themselves. I think if you're always on this hunt looking for somebody and looking to be found in a way where you're judging, oh, there aren't any good people out here. Yes, there are. There are good men out here. There are good women. It may not be a lot compared to maybe the ones that aren't, but they're out there, and you have to ask yourself, who am I in this whole quest? Am I being the person that I need to be? And you can be doing all the right things. You can be wonderful all in who you are. At the same time, you still have to understand what what your steps are. And I think that with all of the opinions that people have about relationships, when it comes down to what type of man, what type of woman, people are listening to too many other people on, like, where they need to really just sit with themselves and listen to their heart. They need to learn from their experiences, and then they need to have good people around them that give them good advice. Not just any and everybody's opinion about what they think. You just get on social media, it's just a lot about, what people think. You should have this type of person and don't get with this type of person. Like, you know yourself, you know what you need and what you want.
Speaking of social media, that is where I actually got this post from. This was an actual post on Facebook that made me want to post this question, and the person said, "Real talk, where the hell is all the real ladies and real talk?" You know what I'm saying?
And somebody responded to that, like, and the woman responded to it, right?
I got the responses. These are the responses to it.
And I kind of don't blame some of the responses, because it's like, now here we go with the war, the men and the women. I mean,
yeah.
There we go.
Said, it's going to be hard to find one for real. And that was the guy.
And then a woman,
the woman said,
with
ignore. She said the real women ignore MFs. Another woman said with real men.
Oh my God. All right. She did it with that one.
But the dude said real talk. So the dude seems to, the fellow seemed to agree with what this, obviously it was a guy posted.
Of course. Yeah.
So the men seemed to agree. The men seemed to agree with what he said, but the women were like, you know what I'm saying? And I thought the funny one was like, with real men.
Yeah. That was clever. Like, come on now. She said it. It's one of those things where you gotta, oh my God. They're out there. And I guess when he said real, I don't know if he meant like someone to be serious with, but I kind of get the idea of what he was saying. I feel that you have to, again, know yourself, and you can't listen to everything that's out there and all these standards that people set. I think the most important thing is the integrity of a person, their character. All of this other stuff that people are just highlighting, like money and highlighting appearances, and does anybody talk about morals anymore? And I guess because all the stuff that we see, maybe I can understand why he said, "Where are all the real ladies?" Because he used the term lady. You see what I'm saying? So there's this idea of what a lady is to people. So, if you're seeing a lot of the things that we could say wouldn't be modest with attire, nothing wrong with dressing sexy, y'all. So I'm not saying you can't. Trust me, you can.
Katrina said, I think people should ask what they want, why they're looking, what they're looking for in the beginning to avoid problems later. Just my opinion.
Yeah, because it cuts out wasted time. You can save yourself a whole lot of time by letting somebody know who you are, and that will give them a sense of how they need to move with you, whether they are going to or not, to pursue anything with you past, like, hello. You when you get older, you start to understand that you don't have time to keep waiting to about 2 years later, and you realize, wow, that this person isn't for me. You start to get in a different place with your time, because your time, you can't get it back once you've given it up and you realize this person just doesn't fit who you are. I kind of love it when people say people who are single in their heart need to leave married people alone. You see, it's kind of it's about who you are within yourself, and you can.
But see, this is when this person can't find nobody. Let alone marry people.
Well, but see, it's hard.
This person said they can't find nobody. Let alone
it's hard.
married person. You know what I mean?
It's hard to find.
So,
it is, but to keep in mind,
he's not talking about getting married. He's talking about just a regular old relationship.
Well, in this day and time, I think it's harder because we have so much access to anybody and everybody. And when we are and we see all this stuff and we just it's just a lot.
Darren say
Yeah,
you
it's
don't.
just a lot.
Darren say you don't really know a person until you live with them.
That's true.
But
To some degree.
Yeah, but how many people are waiting to live with somebody to know them? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
I get what he's trying to say. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't how you meet. That ain't how you get involved with people. You don't move in with them because okay, now I need to get to know
Right.
you. That never happens. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
I think that comes with after you've gone out with the person a lot and had a lot of conversations. You have to have a lot of conversations, and that's okay to have a lot of conversations because when a person speaks, you see what's in their heart. You get a sense of their mindset, their beliefs, and when you get that understanding, then the next level is okay. I could coexist with this person and live with them. And possibly, go beyond that marriage and all this stuff. Of course, that should be the goal. But when you're in this place where you're just going out and having fun, that runs out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can go out. I know somebody. I know somebody to this day, bless their heart. They're married and they're having problems. And they came to me about it. And it was like, well, she's beautiful. She's this, she's that. And I'm like, so what's the problem? Okay. And the problem is
who you saying the person you're talking about is beautiful?
no. So it's
they're not
a
beautiful?
friend. It's a friend of mine who is a man. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Somebody I've known for a long time, and so he's had problems in his marriage, and I'm like, well, what is the problem? You saying all these wonderful things about her, but she can't cook. I'm like, but I told him, I said, if that's the only problem, that's easy.
That's one of the issues Darryl was talking about. That when they move with you, you find out things. You find out.
No, you can find out before. No. You can find out before that because you can have you got to feel comfortable to get in this place. You can get with the person, say, hey, let's just do a dinner date. But hey, let's go back to your place and let's cook something, or you cook, or I'll cook for you. Like what's your favorite meal or whatever. You don't have to live with the person to find out if they got good cooking skills. Just invite them over. Find out that way.
So how long did they date before he found out?
2 years.
Cook? So
2 years.
So 2 years, and he don't even know if she could cook.
But this is the thing. I asked him. I said, in the 2 years, what did y'all do where you just now finding out she don't know how to cook? It was like, well, we hung out, we had a good time. And I said, I get that. It's always beautiful and exciting when you can dress up, look your best, go out, have drinks, have good dinner, go all these places, you just all these different things that come with, hanging out. But it's more to a relationship than that. If that's the case, you can be single and do it with the pick of the week, whoever you want.
Now,
you see what I'm saying?
Now you ask the average guy 2 things a woman got to be able to do. One of them gonna be cook.
Well, yeah.
So how you go 2 years without finding out that she can cook or not?
Well,
because the question didn't come up.
Because they hung out and seemed like they went out because I asked him, I said, well, why? How did you not know she didn't know how to cook? He said, because we went out to eat all the time. I said, well,
he got to and an old man told me, whatever you start out doing, that's what you got to keep doing.
But I gave him the suggestion. I told him, I said, if you really love her, this is what you can do. I said, is you can go on YouTube. There's so many recipes that show you step by step how to cook anything. I said, why don't y'all just go grocery shopping together?
How old is she?
I don't know her age, but I know he's in his 40s. I think he's in his early 40s.
I don't think you can prepare something you see on YouTube.
That's what I'm saying.
But I ain't gonna tell you like he probably won't.
But that's beside the point. That's beside the point. The thing is that even with him knowing how to cook, because I asked him, I said, well, do you cook? And he was like, yeah. So he knows how to cook. But I said, but if that's the only problem, I said, y'all can fix that. Have a night where you go to the store together, buy some things to stay. Hey, let's just cook this dinner together. If I know how to cook, but let's find something that we both think we'll like. I'll help you. We'll work together, make it fun, get some wine, put some music on, and just make it happen. It's there's solutions for simple stuff like that. But again,
Yeah, I mean,
what if he looking for a perfect person? He liked her and enjoyed her for those 2 years. Then that shouldn't be something that make him feel like, oh, I just need a divorce. Like what?
Can he cook?
Yes, he knows how
Okay,
to
so
cook.
why he don't cook?
I don't know. I didn't ask him all that. I didn't ask him all that.
He can make her the prepper while he needs to cook.
But the thing is that
I know a lot of guys who do most of the cooking.
well, and that's fine.
They good with it.
That's fine. But this was the complaint. Oh, and I've worked hard and I've done all this stuff. Sometimes I'm gonna come home to a home cooked meal. And I get that. So my suggestion again was, since you've had the conversation, because I asked him, I said, did you have a conversation with her about it? Yeah. I said, well, if you all want to make it work, find something in a fun way to create something for her to learn and feel comfortable learning how to cook, so that sometimes when you are wanting her to do it, instead of you stepping in and doing it or buying something out to eat, then y'all can grow her into being a decent cook, even if she's not the best.
Has she ever cooked?
He said from her upbringing, she just didn't have it, the skills. I guess her mom didn't.
I think everybody know how to cook those little hour meals. Everybody cook like Salisbury steak and rice. You know what I'm saying? Like make like chili dog night. You know what I'm saying? That's, to me, I think
Right.
sometimes I like chili dogs. Sometimes,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You toast that bun. You know what I'm saying? But you got to toast that bun. You got to make it a special chili dog. You can't it can't be a child birthday hot dog. You know what I'm saying?
So it goes back to, what are people looking for? Okay. If they're great in all this, but you let this make you feel like, oh, I don't, like I say, it's unrealistic sometimes the way people think about this and that will keep them together, or even just to say, I want to settle down with that person.
I think it's something else with that.
It has to be, because I can't see it.
I don't think one thing, because you're not gonna find nobody with everything you like.
Right.
It's gonna be one thing in 2 years, man. You know she couldn't cook in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? You know she couldn't cook in 2 years. And another reason you can find a woman cooking, you ain't met her mama yet.
Her
mama,
see, I don't know all of that.
You know if her mama can't cook, you know she can't cook.
My suggestion was, y'all try to work it out. I pray for you, your marriage. Hopefully y'all will work it out. There's a solution to that cooking thing. I just think that's a weak excuse for.
She ain't gonna learn how to cook like he probably. So he like dudes be want you to cook like mama don't cook. Grandmama don't be cooking.
Get that.
That's cooking, like collard greens, cornbreads, and candy yams, and black eyed peas. That's cooking.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's when we talk about cooking, that's what we're talking about. And we don't desire that. We don't desire that every night. We just want that like Sunday dinner. Can you cook that Sunday dinner? That's cooking. Right. Now, I'm pretty sure she can cook some pork chops and some chicken and rye, pork chop and rye, smothered in gravy. They got gravy in the pack now, but all you got to do is add water.
So again, this goes back to, what are people looking for? And so when the guy posts this question, where are the real ladies? I don't know if he's meaning women that are a certain way, or maybe this was not portrayed in social media. Because let's be real, everybody, we a lot of times on social media are portrayed a certain way, and it's not that somebody else is doing it. We're doing it. We're putting ourselves out there to have this idea about us. And so maybe there's this thought that there are, I guess, no good women, no real women out here. I don't know if he went real by.
There's plenty
it's a lot of things up under that you could say.
There are plenty of good men.
Absolutely.
And I think the problem with a lot of people is they're looking, you know what I'm saying, looking for love in all the wrong places. That's what a lot of people do. They look for love in the wrong places. And sometimes love gonna find you. And sometimes you got love and don't know you got love.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying? Because I know a guy who, you know, I don't even think I want to get into this.
No.
But
Be cautious. I get it.
I know somebody, could maybe a girl or a guy.
Okay.
I know somebody who has a good person, but maybe that person ain't the way they look, the way they want them to look.
Mm-hmm.
And they take care of that, person. But they want a superstar to do that. But the superstar ain't the one taking care of you. This person taking care of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't want that. You want what you want.
Right.
And sometimes what Darryl said, put up Darryl a comment. Darryl said, yeah, everybody want a Benz, but sometimes you got to settle for a Honda. You know what I'm saying? Like Darryl said, sometimes you got to settle for a Honda, and a Honda ain't bad because you know what? It's gonna get you to the same place. It's gonna take you to the same place the Benz gonna take you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You just ain't gonna be doing it in style. You just ain't gonna get the oohs and ahs. You know what I'm saying?
And what is that all about anyway? So again, you got to search yourself. And I saw this this little post where this particular person was saying how he was talking to a group of women, and he said, so write down on a piece of paper all the things that you want in a man. And of course they had stuff on there like with about, you know, certain aspects, money, looks, and all this stuff. And then he goes, so now what I want you to do, and I already knew where he was going to go with that, but the twist was now you put down on the paper what you need to be and be those same things that you want him to be. And I just thought that was I thought that was kind of again an opinion or an idea that, you know, you put out there that people, you know, follow to say, well, if you want all this, then you be that same person. Okay, if there's a woman that wants a man that makes over 6 figures, okay. I mean, that's her thought. There's men out there that make that kind of money.
But she working at Burger King.
But my point is, but listen, so you take a guy, okay, he wants a woman with pretty feet and all that stuff, but his feet ain't pretty. You think she want to be rubbing her feet up against his calluses and corns? It's a shallow little small analogy, but you can't always match exactly the person to say, well, if you want this person to have all of this, then you have all of this. No, because it's subjective. Money changes, right? Mm-hmm. Some people's education levels are just not the same, but it doesn't mean they don't make decent money. It doesn't mean they don't have a good career. They like what they do. I think the things that should be more valued in the same as respect, trust, stuff like that. Those things go a long way because you can have a fine looking brother, you can have a sister that's drop dead gorgeous, but if you can't trust them, what good is that? Like, what good is that? And if they don't respect you, what good is that? So when you're looking, you got to look inside yourself and say, who am I? What is it that I desire? And am I chasing after things
what about, can you say what I date mean?
Exactly.
What I date mean?
Exactly.
Would you date you?
That's a good question to ask yourself.
If you was a good person, you think you want, would you choose you?
Yes.
Would you choose
Come on
you?
now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I think a lot of people set their standards too high that they're not even that dude or that woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some dudes think they that dude, but you're not that dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be that dude, and you might be that dude one day. Mm-hmm. But until you that dude, you're not that dude. And a lot of people set their standards low. Mm-hmm. Because they go into situations giving people the upper hand on them. Mm-hmm. Because you don't have some people standards too high, and some people don't even set standards. So I think both of those are not good for relationships. You got two people. You got the too high standard person, and you got the person who don't set no standard. Mm-hmm. And then when he break your heart, then when you say, why is he doing that? You didn't say that ain't what you want. You didn't tell him he couldn't do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why is he? Why he don't even open the door for me. Because you went to the other side and got in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got to set the standard.
Right.
Your standards, some people's, like I said, some people's standards are too low and some people's standards are too high.
Right.
People with high standards, like you say, you want a gorgeous woman, but you drop that ugly, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got a little money, but you won't even fish your teeth. Maybe she don't want to be walking around with you looking like that.
Right. And it's about being fair. Like it's about being fair. Does this person align with who you are? It's not about what you have as much as it's about who you are.
Yeah.
You know, the things that you have, I believe in this because I've seen it. It can change. The way you look can change. What you own and have can change. In when you are looking at the total picture of a person, who are they? And who are they in relation and relevant to who you are? And that's when you can say we're a good pair. It's kind of like, no, we're not going to have all the same things. You make over 6 figures, but just because I don't, does that mean we don't pair up well? You know, it's kind of like having, a good wine that pairs with a certain type of meat. Like, red wine pairs up good with steaks. Fish pairs up good with white wine. Everybody, it's about.
I ain't know that about it.
I'm just saying, it's about what goes good together. It's not going to be exactly the same. It's what goes good with it. You know what I'm saying? So you don't put these standards on people and say, well, if you're this and that, you can be with me. I mean, just something, it can look a certain way, but once you start talking to them, is that what you want? You know what I'm saying? It could be, but at the end of the day, who is that person and how do they fit into who you are so you can be your best self? And I think there's an image about what relationships supposed to look like. It's a picture. But if you got a fit body, that person put that work in to get that fit body. They didn't cut corners to look a certain way. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't cut corners. You can't show up and act like, oh, you're this person, but then 2 years down the line, they see something else. You got to be your full self from the beginning, and then a person can see who you are, and they can make a wise decision. Does this person vibe with me? Do they fit who I am? And if they don't, you just move on.
Well, maybe that's part of the problem. Why they can't find nobody, because they won't be their real self.
Yeah, you can't front.
I know a lot of guys. I know a lot of guys. They when they first see a nice looking woman, they be flexing and they go. I'm talking about even like at the park, even like at the park. If a nice woman come by, man, these dudes be like pulling out their wallets and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how you want to start off a relationship, pulling out your wallet, because this is what you're gonna have to do forever. You know what I'm saying? Once you start some in a relationship, this how it gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You gotta expect to be doing it. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna work.
My guy,
hey,
what's going on?
Welcome.
Hey, how you doing?
We good, man. You're one of the coolest co-hosts I ever seen, man. Hey, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stage, y'all. My boy Stafford, y'all, to the stage.
Yes.
Let me fill him in what we. You been listening? We talking about.
No. I've been working and stuff, and then I just got off and everything. So I just walked in the house and I said, let me catch my man Stafford real quick.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was trying to think the topic we on right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know we on, all right? Topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can read it. So, but like I was saying, Jenny, some people's standards are just too high and some are just too low. And sometimes you just gotta have the patience to find the right person. So and a lot of times we just keep picking up anything because we want something.
And it's about, sometimes it's about an illusion or image of what we think we want. You have to, like you said, would you choose you? If you were not you and you saw you, would you choose you, knowing who you are and what you're about? And I think that when, like you were saying, sometimes guys, they'll come out, they'll start flexing and doing all these different things, but you're going to have to work really hard to keep that facade up if that's not who you really are.
Yeah.
If that's your pull, okay, that may work at first, but keep in mind, I say this often, later always comes. It just always comes. You can't escape it. You keep living. I had a girlfriend of mine say this to me the other day. You keep living, you're going to get old. Just keep living. Later always comes. So what you invest in now is what you want later to enjoy. So you don't start off trying to be something that you're not to pull somebody. You just have to be yourself and know what you want from the other person. So it's not that there aren't any good men or women out there. I always have believed that they're out there. You know,
Yeah.
even at times in my past when I could look, and I've talked to some of my girlfriends about it, it's like, you know, what is your conversation when you have been in some relationships that didn't work out, and then you're in that place where you're looking again? So what is your conversation? Are you constantly sitting around saying, ain't no good man out here, ain't no good women out here? Are you constantly saying that? Or are you saying, okay, I made some mistakes in my choices. Let me see, what am I doing wrong? I believe there's some other good people out here. Let me figure out like how I am, what am I attracting, and how am I doing this? It's not even
Yeah,
about
that's the biggest issue.
yeah
You have to be able to evaluate
yourself.
what I might be doing
Mhm.
wrong, because Miss Right or Miss Right or Mr. Right could be watching you,
Mhm.
and they turned off on your the way you move. You know what I'm saying? Like I know a dude, he want the right woman, but you go to the club 4 times out of the week.
Right. And,
But nobody want no dude who goes to the club 4 times out of the week.
right, right. And I'll say this real quick. And it's not that when you make wrong decisions doesn't mean that something is wrong with you. So let me be clear. Doesn't mean that something is wrong with you as a person. You just may have been naive. You may just not have been fully aware of what you were getting into to start. That's where wisdom starts to kick in with your experiences. It's not about saying something's wrong with you. It's just saying when you evaluate yourself, like, okay, what did I miss? Were there some red flags? Was I just not aware because of this or that? It's about understanding yourself. And then that way you can build and work on whatever you feel wasn't quite right. Um, and then attract that person that you're needing and wanting in your life, because there's nothing wrong with needing someone if you're not trying to be single the rest of your life. I'm an advocate for, if you want to be married, then be that. Everybody doesn't want to be married. Some people want to be single and have a good time with whoever they want to until they die. But if that's not who you are and you want somebody that you can settle down with, then you have to get in a place where you evaluate yourself and say, who am I? And I love what you said. Would I date me? Would I choose me if I was somebody else? And then work on yourself and just be open to the belief that there are some good people out here. It's just timing sometimes. Sometimes you just got to work on yourself a little bit more and be in the right places. You know, it could be a number of things, but they're out there, and you can't be fake and put on these facades. Just be yourself. You have to be yourself.
Katrina said a lot of these men have unrealistic standards. Darren
Mm.
Sherman said, what about the women who had good men but lose them because they thought the grass is greener on the other side?
Oh yeah, that goes both ways for
True
sure.
statements. This is
Absolutely.
what we've been talking about.
Absolutely.
What say you, Mr. Stanford? You want to get in this conversation?
I think that men don't have as many unrealistic standards as women do. I think women have much more unrealistic. You know, it's what I think. What it is that people they have these dreams of gander. You know what I mean? They think that it's not that you can't have it or you're not worth it. It's and people try to say that things about what they qualify for and everything, and that's cool, but I don't think that if you are a straight up like person who doesn't have certain things in their lives is going for themselves, there's certain circles you can't be in because you wasn't invited to the party and everything. So you have to deal with what you get. And if you can't accept the fact that that's where you're at, then either you try to level up or you don't. That's
Level
just
up
what
or
I feel, man.
settle up.
Say again.
I say level up or settle
Or,
up.
or
Whatever.
settle. Well, what's that? Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's not rocket science, man. I think we create. I'm gonna tell you something, Robert. I do believe this. I think men have created a lot of this delusion when it comes to certain things. When it comes to that,
What
how
do you mean
about that?
within themselves or in a woman's mind?
In a woman's mind, I think we created that. Uh,
Elaborate.
Mhm.
what I'm saying is that when men go into these women DMs and tell them that they're beautiful and they tens and all this other stuff, whatever, and they really not. They tend to think,
But see,
and then hold on,
Stab,
hold on.
that be true, man. It's just in their eyes.
You really stab it. Come on, man.
Yeah, but I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
Come on, man. You know, but and it's like and some of these women who really believe that they are that, and they really not because somebody told them that, and they believe it. It's crazy to me. It's just crazy to me. Now I'm not harping and sitting here trying to disrespect women. I don't want nobody to think that. That's not true. That's not what I'm doing at all. What I'm saying is that men need to tell these women the truth. And guess what? A lot of women need to tell men the truth. It's the same thing. It's a double-edged sword, man. Let's not sit here and pretend like we more than what we really are, because we're not. Some of us aren't.
Mhm.
See, you might have women saying those men in the DMs are the same guys who talking about they can't find a good woman.
Say again?
I say women might say that those men who were in their DMs are the same men talking about they can't find a good woman.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, man. Game recognized game. I'm gonna tell you this. You understand that you know what I'm saying to you. You know what I'm saying to you. And most men play to the shit because of the fact that they're trying. There's a goal they're trying to achieve, and I think you know what I'm talking about. Men will lie to get something quick. You know what I mean? So I just know that there's certain circles that certain people need to realize they have this delusional this overinflated
Mhm.
thing about themselves, and
Mhm.
you just
Mhm.
who you are.
Mhm.
And they're
Yeah.
gonna get over that. They need to get over that. And until they get over it, it's gonna always be like that, especially with social
Mhm.
media and everything now. So,
Mhm. For sure. I
you
can
know,
agree with
look
that.
at what the
Yeah.
BT Awards did. People are actually mad because of the fact that Sexy Red did not win the New Artist of the Year award over Tyler. Why are y'all mad about that? You understand what I'm saying?
So how's that in relation? How's that in relation to what we said?
What I'm saying is that what we what we what I'm saying is that a lot of our people tend to sit there and go with what's popular at the time.
Mhm.
And they tend to go wild. This is why you have a lot of people walking around here with all these talking points and all this other stuff. And that's and
Mhm.
that's cool, whatever. But let's be realistic. Realistically, this is what it really is. And this is why we are behind the curve sometimes, because we like to deal with these fake ass optics instead of
Mhm.
dealing with what's really in front of us.
Mhm. Yep.
And that's it. And they don't want to hear it. You know
Yep.
why? Because somebody with some type of money or some type of power told them, "Oh, he don't know what the fuck he talking about. She don't know what she
Mhm.
talking about,"
Mhm.
and they believe it and they go on
Mhm.
with it.
Right. I agree with that.
That's just
Making
my
a good
opinion.
point. You're making a good point.
Well, those are good points, and it's your opinion. You're
Yeah, it's my
entitled
opinion.
to
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, I think to the
hope I don't get
question.
crucified for it. Shit, But this is my
I
opinion.
mean, I just think to the question, the people are out there. You just have to get away from what is presented, which is all this, like you say, illusions of what is this and what's that.
Hmm.
If you know who you are, and if who you are is all about the illusion, go for it. You're the menu is full. You see what I'm saying? It's big.
Correct.
But if you want quality for yourself and you don't care about what everybody else think, then somebody's out there. Because in my mind, it is too many people on this planet, whatever race they are, it's too many to be tripping and trying to figure out, well, who's out there for me? It's too many people. There's no way that you can't say that this person is for me. You just have to understand what you really want. If you got ego issues, you're gonna keep fishing. You're gonna keep on fishing until you die. But if you know what you want as far as a serious relationship, you got to learn how to be trusting of what you have found. And you got to be trusting of yourself to say, this fits me. And then you don't have to be in that pool with everybody. Oh, where all the real men and women at? I've been in a place where I was quiet and I was by myself and had to try to understand, what's out here. And you have to look at yourself. You got to look at yourself and see who you are. And not get caught up unless you just don't have the wisdom. I mean, you don't have the wisdom built up within you. Sometimes you don't want it. Sometimes people don't want it. And they get so caught up in the visuals of what they see. Be surprised what's behind all of that. Be surprised. And this goes both ways with men and women.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I promise you it do. Anytime a woman meet a dude and the first picture he send her is he's standing up against a nice car with a big, nice house in the background. That's okay. You trying to impress? That's okay. And I get it because I've seen that. Like, so that's gonna make me want you because you leaning up against a nice car and you're in a fraternity. Okay, that's nice, but that's not gonna pull me.
But see, he's trying to figure out when he does that, he's trying to figure out what she might like instead of just presenting who he is.
Exactly, that's my point.
Yeah, but allowing her something, man.
Allowing her to just accept that. You know what I'm saying? If she don't accept that, that ain't for you.
I have things in material items. I'm not a millionaire, but I'm well off though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't lead with that at all. I don't lead with it at all.
I mean, real men don't. That's what we're saying.
Point.
Real
that's
men
my point.
won't
That's
lead
my
with it.
point.
A real man would just present who he is.
And I ain't got to say nothing about it.
Within
exactly, that's my point.
Inward out. You start inward out. You don't go
that's
outward
my point.
in. You know what I'm saying?
That's my point.
Yeah.
And with women, we don't have to be half naked and always like doing all these selfies and putting it all out there with the duck lips. I mean, that's fine. I get it. I mean, I get it. I do understand it. But at the same time, if a person is always just showcasing that this is me, then you might draw the person that's what they're looking for. They may not be looking for who you are. They may be looking at, okay, their idea is about you from what you looking like. You see what I'm saying? You can look nice, you can look good, you can be sexy, but there's a way to present yourself. If you're talking about, I'm trying to find somebody and I'm trying to find a good person. If you just want to show off your money, your cars, you want to show off your body, you're going to attract people that's looking for that. And don't be surprised when it turns sour later because you presented all of this stuff up front and you might draw shallow people. You see what I'm saying? So it is a person should want to know who you are. And I'm not saying you can't let a person know you drive nice cars and stuff. I get it. I've been exposed and used to nice stuff, so I get it.
Eventually they'll find out what you're driving.
Exactly. Exactly.
Can you get there? That's the thing about it. Can you get there? Now you pull up getting on the bus now.
But it's all about who you are. It's good people out here. You just have to be wise, especially today. Is you got to have wisdom. You got to be able to see past some of this surface stuff. You got to be able to see past it if you want a real lady or if you want a real good guy to settle down. Well, you got to see past all the surface stuff. You have to.
Darren say, what you want sexy red ass and wife. Darren, you got to take
off. Hell no. I wouldn't want her as a sister or cousin.
Hey, look
I
at
wouldn't
the
want it as
answer
a
you
relative.
used. I don't know if he asking, do you want
So
some
you know what he
some
meant.
y'all know
We
the
know what you
answer.
meant.
The thing is
I got
that
you there. I know you
you know,
believe.
they sit there and they make these little. Well, you know, she made more hits, and I'm like, I don't care about all that hits. I mean, what is she's more detrimental than anybody, you know, to our young women than it is than that Tyler chick. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's crazy to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, well, how was that? How was she even up there like that? That shows how the bar has been lowered.
I think
You
I
know,
think they
it
I
really
think
has
they was
been lowered.
I think they was trying to get a younger female audience, and they if that didn't work last night, they ain't gonna never get them. So that's all they
I
had
ain't even
last
watch
night.
it. I ain't even watch it.
So let me tell y'all, look, so if this is what, and we can tie this in. So if with the BET Awards, if this is the image that was put out there about us, down the line, the man that's looking for a certain type of woman, the picking's gonna be real slim.
Yep, very much so.
Gonna be real slim.
Very much
It-
so.
it- don't you? I think the pick is supposed to be slim. You know, maybe
Not
that's just
not
me.
amongst women.
Now, I think the pick
No.
is. I mean, you got to weed out people to get the right person, in my opinion.
Yeah, you do.
So
That's my
okay.
opinion.
So I
You
get
see
what
what I'm
you're saying
saying?
now.
You got to weed
Yeah.
out
Okay, I
people to
get what
get
you're
the
saying
right person.
Okay. Then.
So if
All
that
right.
person is like you said to me about somebody, if you did that, why you were saying something about why men accept another woman doing it, but not his woman.
Right. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, what you saying about that?
So I was saying or asking, I said, why is it that men will like break their necks to look at a woman that's half dressed with shorts with their booty cheeks hanging out, but they don't want their woman to dress like that. I like, and I'm not asking like I'm dumb and I'm an airhead, don't know. I get it, but at the same time, as a woman, it's like it doesn't make sense.
But if it don't make sense, then mean you didn't get it.
No, no.
Do you get it?
No, I get it.
bro,
No,
you crazy.
You
no.
know what I'm saying?
What I'm
You
trying,
crazy, Robin.
what I'm trying not to say is y'all crazy. That's what I'm trying not to say.
No, y'all just don't understand men.
No.
Y'all don't understand. See, you trying to put yourself in a man's body and say you can't put your thoughts in my body. In my head.
Women
Because
look at women. So
we just think we don't think the same way. And it's the reason why we don't think the same way. God don't want us to think the same way for a reason.
no, I so when I say I don't get it, it's almost like it.
You get
So I do. So let me phrase it another way. It can be confusing for a woman who doesn't get it. Do you see what I'm saying? Because a woman who doesn't get it, and that could be an immature woman, somebody who hasn't lived long enough to understand the dynamics of that, she may say, well, dang, you know, my man looking at these women dressed a certain way is making me feel some kind of way. So damn, maybe I need to go dress that way.
Now he can't do it disrespectfully.
No. It doesn't matter.
You sitting there with him, he's strolling through watching naked pictures.
No.
That is different.
It is, but that's not the point. The point is that in her mind, if she's not wise enough to understand these things the way men think, it can confuse her. Oh, well, he likes this, so that's getting his attention. Keep in mind, the woman is thinking that's getting his attention.
That's not getting it.
Let me see
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. What I'm saying is, for the woman, if she's not understanding of this, it can be confusing. Because in her mind, if that's what's making you break your neck, when we go out, next time I'm wearing my booty shorts. You see what I'm saying? So that's where you don't understand the mind of a woman who doesn't understand.
Okay.
And you have to be fair. You have to be fair, because in a woman's mind, all she may be thinking, again, this is a woman who don't get it. She's thinking that's what's getting his attention. He's looking. He's like, he's about to trip over himself. So in her mind, hell, maybe I need to dress like that too. You see what I'm saying? So
and then a lot of men gonna look at you. If you the type of woman who like a lot of men watching you, you go
no.
do that.
See, let me get you into the mind of a woman. Hear me, because I'm learning about men and how y'all think. It's not about the woman getting attention from other men. It's about, damn, this is what's turning my man's head. So maybe I need to dress like this. It's not about her doing it tit for tat. Oh, you looking at other women, so let me put my shorts on so other men can look at me. It's not about that.
There's one
It's
element
about
that you're missing, though, Jenny.
what is it? Talk to me.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
Jenny
and
done
I'm
got
sure
hot, man.
I promise you, I promise you, Robert probably already told you. Let me tell you
Okay,
something. You're looking at the short term. Men look at the long term.
I understand that,
So,
and we talked about that.
okay, then.
So I
So
get
if
it.
you have, so if you, let me tell you something. If my woman walking around here half naked and all that, that's not gonna be my woman.
I get it. No,
Period.
I promise you,
Period.
I get it. We had this conversation. So what
Yeah,
I'm
it's not
saying
gonna
is,
happen.
for women who don't get it, and I'm talking about younger
Oh, but that
women.
means that's something that you have to tell these younger women, not
That's
us.
okay, and that's what I'm saying. It can be confusing for a younger, immature
Oh,
woman
okay.
in
All right.
her understanding. I'm not saying she's an immature person just because
Yeah.
she's young. Let me
Because you
be
don't. Yeah, that
clear.
doesn't mean that. It doesn't
But
mean
in
she's
her
young.
understanding,
Yeah.
she's thinking, damn, that's getting his attention. So maybe I need to
Okay.
put on something like that.
That-
It has
Oh,
nothing
okay.
to do. It has nothing to do with me not understanding the mind
Oh,
of
okay.
a man. And because realistically, everybody women look at other women. And
so
I'm
what
not
the
saying,
problem is?
no, you're not getting what I'm saying. I'm
That
not
say
saying,
If
men
women
don't
look at
want to
other
fight off.
women, if women look at other
no,
women, don't be mad if a man look at the woman.
no. What I'm saying
I'm
is,
being funny,
it's
but I'm
not
just
a.
playing with you.
I know. what I'm trying to say is, it's not that we're looking at the other woman in a sexual way,
I
but
know what you're saying.
keep in mind, it's about attention. Who wouldn't look?
So what?
Yeah.
I think we need to, I don't get it. Yeah.
Hush.
But see,
You know, because dudes, Robert, what it is, dudes don't be like, oh, look at his shoulders. We don't do stuff like that. That's what women do. Women look at each other and be like, oh man, she know. Men don't
she
do
has a
that.
nice outfit on. She's
Yeah,
pretty.
we don't. How many dudes do you know walk around talking about, yo, man, I like the way you dress tonight? We don't tell that to
But
each other.
my point is that
What I told her, it's
That's
like
kind
a
of
car.
weird,
It's
man.
like a, what I told her, it's like a car. It's like a car accident. Everybody gonna look at it, but nobody want to be in it.
I understand.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
so we're gonna go
Oh,
back
I
to the
like that, bro. I'm gonna
question.
use that. I'm gonna use that.
Yeah. So going back to it, I get it. The standards, right? A man, if he's looking for a woman to settle down with, it, he can say it's his lady, his woman, one of the real ones, a good one. He's not trying to have on his arm somebody who showing it all off in a very immodest way that
Mhm.
is less than, I guess, sexy, and in a way that's
I
you
like
know
a,
what I'm
I
saying?
like a sexy dressing woman,
Right.
but you don't have to have
I
shorts
know
cut
what
up.
you mean.
You don't have to have shorts cut all up in your booty
Right.
to look real sexy.
Right.
And you
There's
can
a
have
way to
on-
do
And
it.
you can have on something real nice and tight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It still look sexy. And still look
Right.
classy.
Especially if you don't have a booty.
You know they got booty pads and stuff, man, BBLs.
Jesus have mercy.
Hey, it's like American Express. The BBL, like American Express. Don't leave home without your booty.
Oh,
That's right.
stop.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Anyway, but let's not get too far off the whole conversation.
Okay.
It's a standard, and so men are looking for a certain type of woman if they're looking for a woman that they respect, trust, and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
women are looking for, the same thing. It that's kind of universal. I don't think anybody wants somebody, I don't care how good they look or how much money they make. I don't think a person wants somebody that they can't trust or that they don't respect. So
Continue to say, but I know a man that married a sexy woman because that's what he wanted.
yeah, and sexy is
I don't think I know a man who don't want his woman to be
right.
sexy.
Absolutely. We're talking about immodest, like this just like going to the
And you don't
store
have to
knowing
be
good well.
And you can be a heavy set woman and be sexy. A lot of people think sexy is a lot of people think sexy is just for like petite women. Sexy.
Right.
You can be a big woman. You can be 240 pounds and be sexy. I don't see some big sexy women.
Right. And
I'm like,
that's the thing.
I'm like, damn, that motherfucker, big girl got it going on. You know what I'm saying?
Sexy is subjective. It's subjective. It's what's sexy to you. You see what I'm saying? Somebody, you don't even have to be half dressed to be sexy. You can have on full clothes, and it's the way you carry yourself. Is you know, it's. I think it's about character. If your energy is giving off something that's how I don't want to say. I would just say this: sexy is different from something else that we're talking about, as far as like where a man would say, "No, I wouldn't make her my wife." So it's not about sexy, because I believe in sexy. I believe you be your sexiest self. It's about a certain type of way that you carry yourself in relation to what a man say, "I will want her as my wife." You know, but again, people want what they want.
Yeah, but-
So you always
So we're
have
looking at
exceptions.
longevity
You
then.
always
what it-
have
what it is.
exceptions. Right. You always have exceptions.
Because a lot of men will look at a woman dressed like that with shorts cut up her butt as it's tied to her character. But we gonna look, but we know she fine and all that, but she gonna have good character, so she can't be mine. She fine, but she can't be mine.
You right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
So,
you know,
what I'm
people
saying?
like what they like.
Like, yeah, men like their own woman to look fine when they go out with them. Men, you know what I'm saying? You want your woman to be attractive.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't want her to be hoish. There's
Right.
a difference between being sexy fine, a sexy fine outfit,
Right.
and a hoish outfit. It's just two different outfits. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah. And I think, again, there's always exceptions. People want what they want. That's fine. It's whatever works for you. But when it comes down to the question of, are there some, people out here that's available? I think there are. I just really
Yeah,
feel deep down that you have
it's
to.
plenty of people available.
Yes, and a
Plenty,
good,
in my opinion.
good people, if you want to
But they
label
ain't
real
gonna- but
good
they
and all
ain't
that
gonna- But
stuff.
they ain't gonna always look the way you want them to look. You're gonna have to accept some flaws, and you gotta be willing to accept people's flaws.
Because everybody
And
has
take,
flaws.
Take what's good in them. Take the good in people, and you know what I'm saying, and accept the flaws, and that they will work on their flaws, and and some people still work on you. Some people not good looking, but they still dress nice, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And get the hair fixed all the time.
Yeah.
And it makes them look beautiful. It's the inside of you that's beautiful.
Right.
The
Absolutely.
outside is just intangible stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen some beautiful women who just the inside toe up.
Yeah.
And you by the time you date them the third time, you're tired of them.
Yeah.
You're tired of their conversation. They don't have a real good conversation. They just a piece to hold on to. But there's just what you call them? Something to hold on
Token,
to
like
a token, elbow token. All the boys think you got it going on,
Yeah.
but you know you ain't got it going on.
Yeah.
She can't cook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She speak broken English. She disrespect mama now. Know what I'm saying? She don't have proper respect for people, and she's vain. She's vain in how she look. You know how some women know they look good, so they flaunt it. You know what I'm saying? And that shit's a turn on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't be vain in who you are.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. But the inside of a person, all those stuff is intangible.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was my whole point. Like, who is the person? Because again, the outside can change, and it may not ever change. But what is most important is who you are, which is your mindset, your spirit, what you believe in, how you carry yourself. All those things are what's most important. So
She said,
what?
I don't want to wake up every morning to a booger wolf. Barry said, I believe in sex too, but relationship is toxic.
Yeah. I mean, you can have both. This is the thing. This is the thing. It is not impossible to have somebody that on the outside they look great, they have all these things, and that they have a great spirit and a great heart, mind, and all that stuff. It's possible to have that, and if you can get that, then great. What it is that we have everything is kind of upside down. You have all these people that may be on this side in one way, they look great, they have all this stuff, but their character is not good. And then you may have somebody who may not have all of the bells and the whistles, but they're amazing people. They're people you can trust, people you can be successful with and walk a good road with. If you're talking about settling down, or being rooted in content. I really don't like the word, because settle down sounds
Katrina said, I dated a man who was not not my ideal person, and turned out to be mean and ugly as his appearance.
and then and you have your variations. That's the thing. It's like the great thing is, do you connect with that person? Because sometimes you can meet somebody and they may have qualities physically that you have said before, or I don't like that. But because of who they are on the inside, you don't even think about that. And you kind of laugh and say, I like this, and they don't have that, but I really like who they are. And so it doesn't even matter. So at the end of the day, it's always going to be about who that person is. If you like what you like on the outside, whether it's the things or the way that they look, that's fine if you get it, but it's not going to make a difference for you and how you want to move in life if they don't have the inner character that works with who you are. I mean, you'd be surprised. You'll love somebody and they may not have everything that you put on your list. They got to have white teeth. They got to have this and that. And yeah, people can buy the stuff now.
Decent teeth now.
No. This is what I'm saying as an example. No, you've been a joke. But some people have these things. They got to be this, they got to be that. But I've known people that have met somebody, and let's just say their hair is red. Okay, let me just throw some out there. I never thought I'd date somebody with red hair. Yeah, because that's not what you you focused on. You focused on who they are, and then by the way, you sat back and said, "Wow, they have red hair." But I really like men with black hair. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you discover that you really like the person. You're not making it all about how they look, because if you have this certain shallow list, then you're gonna be on a hunt for a while, because you can find a person that look that way, but then who are they to you? And finding who fits you on the inside, to me, that's harder than finding somebody who fits what you want on the outside. That's just what I think. I think it's harder to find somebody who fits who you are on the inside than what you want on the outside. So
Katrina said some standards are too high these days, both sides.
she right though. It is.
And she said, broke booger in the band, too damn bad. We gotta get you on the show sometime.
I'm telling you, but it's a good thing that we having this conversation, because I think social media has messed us up.
Yeah,
I think it has really messed us up with how we view obtaining your person. It is just something that is really sad. Because you can keep flipping and scrolling until you think you see something you like, and it's like, but what is it that moves you? Does that person's spirit move you? Do they make you want to be better? For all the right reasons. Like, you just, it's the people are out there. You just got to sit with yourself. You can pray, and you can just do what it takes for you to be in that place so that you can attract that person, because they are out there. May not be a slew of them, but they are out there. And you just have to be able to be your best self and stop trying to live in this illusion that is being presented to us through social media, that you got to have this person, this type of person. Who said that? Who said you have to have somebody? And I'm gonna say this first: it's okay to have these things, but who said you have to have somebody that makes over six figures? Okay, Who said that you have to have somebody that looks a certain way? If that's what you like, that's fine. But you could miss your blessing chasing after that. You can. You can miss it. So I think you just have to know who you are
Trina said people
first.
judge too much on outer appearance.
Yes.
Too much these days.
Yep.
Absolutely right. But
Yeah.
we're in our parting comments. Well, this is your parting comments. You got another parting comment.
So
we are like 11 minutes over
yeah.
our limit. Well, not our
Okay.
limit, to over what we wanted.
So
my
my parting comment is just be who you are. Don't be afraid to be who you are. Know yourself. Don't let anybody know you better than you know yourself. So know yourself, get in a good place so that you can be your best self. And then whether it's a relationship, a career, whatever you're trying to pursue, be your best self, and what's for you will come to you. And that's my parting comment.
All right, and my parting comment is just be patient. Don't give up. You speak life into what you want. Speak life. If you don't think nobody good out there, you ain't gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You gonna miss it. You're gonna miss the good people out there. Just be patient. A lot of times, good people will come to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They'll come to you. And I think a lot of times we be looking for stuff. We be looking for stuff, and sometimes our standards ain't. Sometimes you got to go into a relationship knowing that that's the things you're gonna have to, live with, deal with, and live with.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that people have a list of things that they won't tolerate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, those are the things you need to look for, the things that you can't live with.
Right.
And I think a lot of times we focus on the things that, hey, okay, she's not a real great cook. She's not a real great cook, but okay, but I am though.
Yeah.
I can cook good. Maybe I can teach her how to cook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of complaining about she's not a good cook.
Yeah.
If you're a good cook, you teach her how to cook.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
as long as you can cook the basic stuff like huge steak and gravy and rye, man, that should be good. Chicken and rye. Let's throw that, you know what I'm saying, every now and then do that. You know what I'm saying? And
But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give a food for thought. This is coming to me, and I'm gonna say it while it's in my head. A lot of times we complain about what we don't want and all this stuff and the flaws of other people. Just keep in mind, you got flaws too. We all have flaws. So while we're talking about other people and what they can't do and all this stuff, well, we all have a flaw. So whoever we meet, they're gonna have to deal with that. What may be a flaw in their eyes. So that's why I go back to the beginning of the heart of it. Be your best self, understand who you are and what you want. All that little stuff will work itself out. Just like these people got flaws, so do you. So do me. So do I, I'm sorry. And anybody else. We all have to just know who we are. And that other stuff will work itself out. And you don't want to miss out on the love of your life chasing illusions and coveting what other people have and stuff like that. You gotta go for yourself for what's for you.
She's a real comedian. So I just shut my eyes tight, pretend I'm with the midget from Game of Thrones. But any meat covered with gravy is good. Exactly.
Yeah.
And you cook any meat covered with gravy.
Yeah.
And I think
those are the small things. That stuff is so easy to fix. I get it. People have deal breakers. I get it. But the deal breakers should be things that would crush your spirit that you ain't trying to deal with. Yeah. Deal breakers should be things that would tear you down and make you all outside of who you are. Those should be the things that are deal breakers. More than anything. So I get it. There's other stuff, but what should be most important is who you are. And just be patient, like with yourself and in the process.
Please be patient with me. God is not through with me yet.
Yep, because ain't none of us perfect, y'all.
But look, y'all, listen, we appreciate y'all for stopping by, tuning in. Yes. Wasting 2 hours. Well, I don't think y'all wasted 2 hours, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
y'all think y'all wasted. We thank y'all for spending 2 hours with your boy and your girl, man. Look, we surely appreciate it. We want to give y'all a hand because y'all make this show Y'all make it work, baby. And that's how it works. But listen, let me tell y'all something. We appreciate y'all for sharing, liking, commenting, and we love y'all.
Yes.
And guess what?
Ain't nothing y'all can do about it.
Peace out, y'all.
Bye.
See you next Tuesday.
Yes.
Have a good holiday.